difficult to define the things that make a house feel like a home, or the characteristics that a dream house should have to actually be everything that their owners wish for. Obviously, no two dream houses are alike, and it's this uniqueness that actually makes them perfect for the people using them. How do you imagine your own dream home? What would it be like? Where would it be located, and what style would you choose for it? Would it be big, small? Would you have a pool? These questions aren't simple to answer, and that's why HomeEdit.com released a list of the 25 top dream homes. Today we're going to be taking a look at 10 of those houses, and if you're feeling curious about the other 15, go to HomeEdit.com and check out the entire list. But hey, let's get on to the countdown. Number 10, the Yasuda Gotti house. When building your own home, it's easy to get super detailed about every aspect of the construction, especially location. The owner of this home spent years searching for the site that would later hold his dream home, and in 2012 it was finally complete. The house was built in Nagano, Japan by Kiyosaki Architect Studio. It's not a very extravagant house, although it does stand out in a very dramatic way. It sits on a sloping mountain ridge, and its design was entirely shaped by the land. Naturally, the client wanted the house to capture the amazing views that he spent all those years looking for. That's why the architects came up with a design that allows the house to extend into the air, seemingly floating. The dramatic cantilever is supported by two diagonal bracing steel cylinders, and it pretty much floats in the middle of these gorgeous surroundings. But the connection to the landscape isn't only reflected in the architecture of the building, the interior spaces are kept simple and furnished and decorated using pure materials found from around the site. Number 9, the Juliet Hotel. If you've seen 2014's Ex Machina, you probably remember the house where all of the action took place. Have you ever wondered if it's a real building? Well, it is. And what's interesting in this case is that the architecture of the house has a deep impact on the movie, which is defined by a continuous duplicity, a contrast between what's natural and what's not. The residence where the movie was filmed is located on top of a cliff and was designed by Jensen and Skoden architects. The minimalistic retro furnishings and the exposed concrete surfaces played an important role in the story, creating a low-tech vibe that contrasted with the main character. Number 8, the floating house. Not being physically linked to any particular location is definitely a great advantage for some people who move around a lot and prefer flexibility. These houses are rare to find, but here's one that was designed by Demeter Malkiu. It's a floating house that sits on a flat, transportable base. That means it can be easily moved from one location to another whenever desired. All you have to do is take the house to a new location and dock it, meaning you have full control over the views and the orientation of the home at any time. The project was designed with the main idea to create a house that would have a minimal impact on its surroundings, whatever these may be. At the same time, the house had to offer an unusual experience, and its mobility helps achieve that. In addition, all the interior spaces have access to a single outdoor terrace which goes around the house. This ensures a strong and direct connection to the landscape. Number 7, the jungle house. We can't decide what's more of a dream, to live in the middle of a rainforest with nothing but lush greenery around you, or to have an infinity pool on the rooftop and to admire the distant views over the canopies while enjoying the peaceful atmosphere. The owners of this dream house in Sao Paulo don't have to choose because they have it all. The house was designed by Studio MK27 and it sits in a clearing on the coastline. It was named the Jungle House because of the dense vegetation that surrounds it. The architects took maximum advantage of the location and the views by placing all the living areas on the upper floor alongside the pool. Of course, the architects were also careful to show respect for the land and to minimize the building's impact on the surroundings. Their goal was to create a strong connection between the indoor and outdoor areas and to establish a natural interaction between the building's architectural elements and the land that surrounds it. Number 6, Villa K. Some people appreciate comfort and some people put looks over everything else. And some people have a desire to be eco-friendly and close to nature. Villa K is a house designed by Paul de Ruyter Architects. It's actually the first project that they developed in Germany. The clients of the firm wanted their new dream home to be sustainable and discreet in order to integrate well into its surroundings with a minimal impact on the land. To respect these wishes, the architects chose to design the villa using only glass, steel, and concrete. The result was a house oriented towards the south with a glass facade that offers unobstructed views of the surrounding landscape. To ensure a seamless transition between the indoor and outdoor areas, the architects created a U-shaped terrace around the living spaces. The terrace is crossed at the center by a patio, which is partly indoor and partly outdoor, strengthening this connection. There's also a swimming pool that cantilevers over the slope. A platform was designed to cross that pool so that it can be pulled up whenever desired. The terrace is also surrounded by a garden where vegetables and fruit trees grow. And if Villa K's pool inspires you, you should check out the top 10 cantilevered pools list that we have on our channel. Number 5, the Seascape Retreat. This cottage might not look like much, and it's true that it doesn't have any impressive architectural features, but it gets to stand out in a much different way. You can find this retreat on the Seascape Banks Peninsula in New Zealand. It's meant to be a remote destination that's set in the exposed rocky side of a volcano formation. This is a beautiful retreat for honeymoons and romantic getaways. It sits close to the water and it offers serene and relaxing views in the distance, but at the same time it captures the ruggedness of the rocky surroundings. The cottage was designed and built in 2013 by the Patterson's office. The interior is organized into a lobby and a living room that can also be used as a sleeping area with a bathroom. The total living space in this house is 110 square meters. But hey, good things can come in small packages. Number 4. Casa Shantay. Having a really big house may seem like a dream come true for some, while others would rather have something small and cozy. And 134 square meters is more than enough room for tiny home lovers. And that's how much Casa Shantay measures. It's a private home in the Antica district of Peru, and it was designed by Marina Vela Architects in 2014. It doesn't have a huge infinity pool or expansive views over the ocean, but it's quite modest, and in fact that's what makes it special. The particulars of this site include a beautiful mixture of wood, stone, clay, and local vegetation. The site itself has an irregular form, sitting higher than the surroundings and overlooking the immediate area. The house was built using sustainable materials, and this allows it to naturally blend in and become part of the landscape. The interior spaces are cozy and inviting, distributed in a practical manner, with the living room, dining room, and kitchen in one place and the bedrooms in a separate part of the house. The outdoor areas are equally as welcoming, featuring hammocks, a gazebo, a pool, a playground, a fire pit, and even an orchard. Large stones found on the site create a beautiful composition for anybody rolling by. Number 3. The Spa House. The Spa House is a contemporary home located in Hout Bay on the coast of Cape Town in South Africa. It was completed in 2011 by Metropolis Design, and it has a wonderful orientation which allows it to take views of the bay and the harbor. The site is pretty imposing and interesting on its own, and the architects faced the challenge of integrating the building in this context without making it seem out of place. Like many on this list, the architects were inspired by their surroundings. The coolest thing about the overall design is the strong connection that it has with water. A large pool is seamlessly connected to the wooden deck in the lounge areas, and one of the rooms is placed below them. This room has a window that offers views inside the swimming pool. The experience is unique and amazing, and the ambiance in here is very serene, relaxing, and stunning on all levels. After all, not many people can say that they have an underwater room in their house. Number 2. The Wall House. The Wall House doesn't just have 2 swimming pools, although we could see how such a detail would be a great feature in a dream home. What really makes this house stand out is the fact that while one of the pools is on the patio, the other one is suspended right above it. There's water beneath and above you, and it's like entering a whole new world. The experience is unique and extraordinary. This wonderful dream house was designed by Gudez Cruz Architects, and they completed the project in 2013 using concrete, glass, and wood as the main materials. This house is located in Caxias, Portugal, and its large windows open it up to the sky and the sea, bringing the outdoors in and allowing the fresh breeze and the serene views to become part of the inner decor. Number 1. Topekas Townhouses. Any of these houses could be someone's dream home. They're all really charming and in sync with their surroundings. We're talking about 4 houses designed by Alejandro Sanchez Garcia Architects in 2009. They're all located in Valle de Bravo in Mexico, covering a total square area of 720 meters. All 4 of these dream homes sit in a private garden, and in order to preserve the site as best as possible, the architects designed the houses with small footprints. They're organized vertically and they resemble small towers, each structured on 3 floors with a roof garden. 2 sides of their facades have floor-to-ceiling windows while the other 2 are covered with wood slats. And hey, if you ever get tired of living in one house, just move to one of the other 3 on the property. Now that you know a little bit about these great dream homes, it's up to you to design your own. Will you use anything that you heard featured here today? Let us know in those comments below. And if you like this video, you can let us know 3 ways. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or visit homeedit.com for more lists like this one. Thanks for watching and never stop creating.